school, I wanted to be an engineer like my dad. And then I was in adoration once when I was in 8th grade. And I just heard this voice in the back of my head saying, hey, you need to think about the priesthood. This is something that could be for you. So I thought about it and prayed about it through high school. I went on to live in at the Josephinum, talked to some seminarians. And when I was a senior in high school, it didn't seem like that was where God was calling me at the time. So I went to Ohio State, was very involved with St. Paul's outreach, did a lot of stuff with the campus ministry there, studied mechanical engineering, but that priesthood thought just was something that wouldn't go away. So at some point there, I started really discerning the priesthood more. And I looked at a couple different religious orders, but the diocesan priesthood was just what kept standing out. So then right after I graduated, I entered seminary. They didn't kick me out yet, so I'm here on the pastoral year. And when you enter seminary, your discernment's not done. It's just, you're taking it to that next step. And I've continued to grow a lot throughout seminary and through my time here at St. Brendan's. I was kneeling in adoration, looking at the Blessed Sacrament in the tabernacle, just saying like, hey Jesus, here I am. And that was when I heard just this, it was just a real still small voice. And it really struck me because it wasn't something that I don't think I'd really consciously thought about. So it surprised me. And it wasn't like, hey, you should become a priest. It was like, hey, you need to think about this. So I think maybe that's why okay, this is something I need to think about. It's not necessarily this is what I need to do, but this is something I need to think about and take seriously. I grew up, I was homeschooled all the way through high school, and we had the opportunity, we would go to daily mass quite a bit. So my faith was always something I took pretty seriously, but it wasn't, I don't know, I guess that was, so it was something that I knew if I heard it in prayer, that was something I had to take seriously, think about. So. We lived in Pickerington for a little while, and we went to St. Elizabeth Ann Seton. Eventually we moved out to Carroll, out in the country a little bit. And being homeschooled, most of our Catholic friends also went to St. Patrick's, sort of the homeschool parish of the diocese at that time. So at some point we were like, all our friends are going to St. Patrick's. They had a great youth ministry program. So when I was going into high school was when we switched over to St. Patrick's. And the Dominicans there are great. They were really influential in my discernment. It was really tough to look at, Dominicans or diocesan when I was discerning. So it has to be me and Jesus and me bringing other people to Jesus. And how you do that looks different for everybody. Every state in life has a different way of evangelizing. And mostly it's about just living your faith proudly, living your faith well. People notice something different about you if you're joyful, if you pray. People start to notice something's different about you, and they ask. And I think it's a lot of it is just bringing Jesus into your everyday life, in your interactions with your coworkers, in your family life, in all sorts of different situations. Just being open to talking about Jesus, or inviting somebody to come to some church event, or inviting them to Mass or to adoration.